It's 21 months since I last work, and that's a really long extended maternity leave for many reasons, which I won't go into right now. Some good, some bad. On my first day back this morning, I dropped BB off at nursery, and while she trotted into the playroom with more self confidence and certainty than she's ever had, thanks to the couple months practice, I then realized that it was me this time who was feeling reluctant to let her go and feeling this really strange sense of being abandoned and left to fend for myself in a new workplace. I know that sounds so pathetic, but it really did feel like that. And I thought this is how she must have felt on her first day at nursery. So I really just needed to pull myself together and get a grip. BB's old nappy bag is now my work bag. That is just hilarious, but it works really well actually. So by the time you're going back, if they're just under two, that big, massive nappy bag, you can probably downsize that now to a smaller bag. As I walked down with my new satchel, every step I took away from the nursery, I felt a growing sense of excitement. I think, even though I was really nervous about going back, it was more like anticipation now, and even maybe a guilty sense of freedom. And it was 10 minutes of me worrying about how I look, because I had to change my top at the last minute because baby got chocolate porridge and smoothie all over my sleeve. I mean, that's such a rookie error as well. Do not feed baby in uniform. So I'm worrying about how I'm looking, if people are going to like me, if I'm going to get on with people, if I'm going to eat lunch on my own, like a loner without any friends. A really new girl syndrome. Anyway, before I had any time to process those crazy thoughts in my head anymore, I got there and I found myself standing in this packed lecture theatre because it's induction. And there's over 60 other newbies reading through handouts and just chatting away. And I started feeling really excited. It's like being back at uni. I kind of wasn't thinking about nursery by then. And I did feel like I was back in my element. That even after 2 years, I felt, yeah, okay, this is it. And because being in a lecture theatre for me is like one of my favorite places because I am a big geek in truth. It's equally scary and exciting being the new girl again. And then she says something that catches me out. She says, the one fun thing about being new again and not knowing anybody is that you can totally reinvent yourself, refresh who you are, and yeah, it's a chance to be who you want to be. I laugh out loud, but once the laughter subsides, I actually find myself wondering, am I different now that I'm a mom? It's the only thing that's changed since I last worked, but it was such a life changing event. I mean, everybody agrees on this. It's so life changing that I'm starting to think, will this actually change who I am at work and how I work? I want to believe that I can tap into these strengths that I've gained through motherhood. However, I'm not quite sure if I can pinpoint exactly what I mean by those mysterious and promising strengths, these new strengths that I might have. It's just a gut feeling. The only thing that I have that's new or a new skill, well, it's just more love. I think that might sound ridiculous to anybody who isn't a mum or who maybe is a mum and just isn't as soppy as I am, but that is the only one new skill that motherhood has given me right now, and that is how to love more, give more of myself, be more selfless. And it's like a love so strong that it makes me want to give love back into the world. Not just to be the best me that I can be anymore, because it's not just for my sake. Now I think I'm doing it for my girl. Maybe in this weird, silly attempt to make the world that she now lives in a better place, because she lives in it and I want it to be a better place for her. And then you think about those idealistic theories and projects about passing on good deeds. Have you heard of those? Where you do a good favor for somebody, a random act of kindness, and you don't ask for anything in return, you don't expect anything back, you just are that better person for them and make someone's day better. That really shocks people. All they're asked to do is just to pass that on and do something kind for someone else, and so on and so on. So that becomes a chain of kind acts, and it grows until the kindness comes back to the person who started it. And I was thinking, maybe that's why my mom does all these really nice, kind things and so much volunteering and stuff. And because my dad always jokes that she's trying to buy karma points for me and my sister. Now, I never really understood that, but maybe I kind of do now. So maybe I'll be more tolerant or understanding. Maybe I'll be more patient. I don't know, but I'd like to think that being a mother will make me that much better at caring for others. Or maybe it'll bring out the mama bear in me. And maybe it'll make me care less about the little things that don't matter. Maybe I'll just see through the BS and not sweat the little stuff. Because I could just leave that and go home because I know that I've got an amazing little girl who's waiting for me. Well, that's me. If you've got anything that you want to share that you think would be helpful for moms going back to work, then please do share it. I'd love to hear it. Sorry for the pajamas, my Christmas pajamas on. Okay, who's in the background? I just noticed that. And yeah, the house is a bit of a tip because when you go back to work, you can't do everything. Something's got to give. And in my case, it was probably the housework. If not, I wouldn't be able to get this vlog out. So there. Anyway, take care. So if you ever doubt yourself at work, just take a second to remind yourself to tap into your mama's superpowers to be the best you at work. Because moms are creative, resourceful, resilient, multitaskers, fearless, caring, and in control. Because if you can deal with a tantrum at home, you can deal with anything at work. And that's what I'm going to tell myself. You can subscribe to my channel to get the next episodes on working mom dilemmas, as well as my other videos on parenting life hacks. See you then!